All right, welcome back to Vancouver Carpenter. So today's my final day here. I just got to sand the bathroom in the house. But today we're going to introduce the homeowner and we're going to check out what his plans are for the bathroom. This is Chris.
Hi guys.
How's it going? Hey Chris, what's your channel?
It's called Corporate Homesteader.
Corporate Homesteader. So you guys can check that out. We'll link it in the description or in a little card somewhere up, here or there. Anyways, Chris, let's check out the bathroom and see what you got going on in here.
All right, sure.
We got some unanswered questions that people are dying to know.
Yes.
So first off, we got the membrane system. What do we have going on in here?
Yeah, so I'm using the Schluter-Curdy membrane system. It's actually something as a homeowner that, as a non-professional that I've worked with before. And it is a waterproofing membrane that you actually can put on regular drywall. So I think that's important. I actually did some comments on the previous video as well, where a lot of people said, oh, you can't put that on regular drywall, and actually that works. And it is actually really waterproof.
And I just want to point out that he has gone, it's hard to see, the lighting's not that great, but he has gone right down past the actual edge there. So it's, sealed right down to the bottom.
Yeah, and we did have some questions why this was recessed. So
lots of questions about that one.
Yeah, so I'm not an alcoholic and working, drinking on the job.
Having seizures while framing?
I had that too, yeah. No, so the essence is this is an 80-year-old shed that I converted. It was a dirt floor and rotten wood. I probably should have all turned down. That's probably the only valid comment that I saw there. But in essence, since this wall is actually straight, I put that one in, and this one is leaning in an inch and a half or 2.
Yeah.
So I had to, if I want to put a shower door in, it's going to be crooked, and we didn't want to do a custom glass shower door. Who would probably, somebody that can facilitate that.
You're doing the kit door.
Yeah, we're gonna do the kit door, so things have to be straight. Anyway, so I opted in to recess it because that portion actually now is straight. Also with the tile job, it's probably going to look a little better on these edges here. And the kit actually has comes out probably the railing, the casing comes out 3 inches. So I can
the aluminum, it's like a U-track or something.
That's right, exactly, yeah. And then I can basically caulk that here, so it should be a nice caulking line. Sure, it's gonna.
It'll be uneven, but it's an 80-year-old shed. What do you get?
Exactly, right. And then I think
this spot we talked about.
Yes, yeah. Thanks for bringing it up. So in essence, I'll probably go a little higher with my subway tile, and we're just gonna go around here and on top there, so it's going to be nicely covered. Have a nice corner here with the subway tiles. If
you're gonna, it wouldn't be the worst idea maybe to put the Curdy onto the wood there, just for an extra membrane to stop it from cracking.
That's a good idea. Actually, they have some membranes for the outlets here, for the faucet.
Okay.
They're just back ordered, so I'll have another batch of thins that I have to put together, and then I'm probably gonna just put that around here.
Yeah,
it's a really good idea.
Yeah, whenever you have something that helps join the two materials, then it just stops that hairline, the grout from cracking.
Yeah. Oh, good to know. Thank you. See, I didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's looking great in here though. I can't wait to see what it looks like finished.
Actually, I have been filming putting in the Curdy. I will probably put that on the channel as a time lapse because it's kind of boring to watch it in real
But you're going to show some updates on your channel.
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys can go check out his channel, and if you want to see the progress, there it is.
This one and the geodesic treehouse.
Ooh, yes, we forgot to mention the geodesic treehouse. That one's actually pretty cool. So I highly recommend checking that one out.
Thank you.
Anyways, all right, it's been a pleasure having you on the channel, Chris.
Thanks for helping me.
You're welcome. I got to get to sanding this place.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye. This is for after I finish sanding. You'll see. Alright, so I've been getting a lot of people asking me if I do anything special about like a sanding light. I don't have a particular sanding light. I actually have like a YouTuber ring light. And I've been using that as a light for filming with and as a light for sanding with for about the last year now. Alright, so all I do is I take it and I put it as close to the wall as I can get it, shine it directly down the wall like so. And it's not even the best light you could possibly use, to be honest. And it's cheap and chintzy. So I can link it in the description, but just know that it falls apart on me all the time. But what's nice about it is I can see everything. You can see all my lift-offs right there. So I can see everything going away as I sand, and I can see if I'm making scratches. I got some 180 foam back sandpaper here, and it's just a couple quick pushes. As you can see, that looks pretty much perfect now. Once I'm done with the pole sander, I run through again with the sponge, shining the light on the walls again. And so, you know, I get a pretty nice result. I'm gonna be stopping filming though. I really don't want to dust out my camera too much. All right, that wasn't too bad. Just a little bit dusty here. Time for a little bit of self-flagellation. No, it's not what it sounds like. Get a dictionary, look it up. Alright, so that's how I deal with most of the dust, but I can't handle having like dust in my hair and around my ears all day, so there's a little more to it than that. And usually I use warm water, but today it's cold just for fun. Oh, no, no. No, can't do it, can't do it. Oh man. Yeah, that's cool. Oh. But it's so much better than going around with like tons of dust behind my ears and in my eyes. Yeah, that's how I deal with that. Well, you guys, tiny house is done. So I want to say a huge thanks to Chris for letting me film on this project. Don't forget to go check out his channel if you're interested. I also want to say a huge thanks to everybody for following along. I really appreciate the support. Remember, if you've been getting something out of these videos and you're not subscribed to this channel, please consider it. Also, feather that like button. Never smash it. Again, just a big thanks for watching the channel. Super stoked on how things are going this year. So we have about a month more of drywall projects, and then I'm going to start diving into carpentry projects again. And you are going to see why this channel is called Vancouver Carpenter and not just Vancouver Drywaller. Anyways, thanks for watching. Till the next video.